Hey beauties, it's Nikea here with a style video. I'm starting off on old stretched out hair. It's from my wedding updo with cornrows in the back, and I had a perm rod set in the front. My hair is still moisturized, and I decided not to wash my hair before doing this style. So what I'm going to do is just going to section it off into smaller sections so that I can reintroduce a little bit of moisture and detangle it. And for that, I'll be using my Aunt Jackie's Not On My Watch instant detangling therapy. It conditions and moisturizes the hair. I'm going to speed that up for y'all because all I'm doing is applying it all over each section and then combing it through with my detangling comb. And that went by very easily because my hair was already stretched from the style, and having been stretched with the tension method, that it was easy to go through and detangle. Just wanted to make sure it was easy before I began this style. Alright, now I am prepping my hair for the actual style, so I'm going to part my hair from ear to ear at the top of my crown, and there's still a part there from where it was braided, so that wasn't too difficult. From this title, you can tell that I'm doing a braidless crochet. I wanted to do one with multiple parts, but this is my first time doing it in videos. It looks so easy. But that back half, I'm just putting it in a low ponytail and then twisting it and pinning it around itself. And like I was saying, I was going to do multiple parts. So I wanted to do a middle part and a side part. And it looks so easy on the videos. But this is my first time, like I said, so trial and error. I've learned from my mistakes, but I still wanted to post this and to show y'all how it came out. It wasn't perfect, but hey, so hopefully this will help someone and they'll learn from my mistakes. I've definitely learned from them, and I am going to be posting another braidless crochet when I try it again. So as you can see, I got my middle part and my side part. The middle part I really didn't use, but I put my hair in the front in smaller ponytails, and I use these plastic bands that I use for Harper's hair, but I actually had to stop and use regular hair ties because these started popping. I guess my hair was just too thick for them. But whatever you use, you're going to pull all those smaller ponytails back and put your hair in a low bun, just like before. And I think if I did this again, I would do my parts in the front first and then the one in the back. And I am using a Jamaican Bounce African collection in 99J and in 1B. So I'm going to be mixing these with my crochet hook. And I got all of this stuff from Sam's Beauty, and I will link it below in the description box. So that was the hair just fresh out the pack. And then what I did is opened it up where it naturally wanted to separate so it wouldn't be too frizzy. I've used this same exact hair before in a traditional crochet, and I wanted my curls to be bouncy on installing. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my hook with the latch closed, and then you slide it under your section of hair. Then you open it, and you're going to place the hair inside the hook. So the hair should be split down the middle as evenly as possible. You're going to close the latch and pull it underneath that section of hair. And this is my first one, so it's taking me a while to get it. And then I pull it through until I can get my hands around that little loop. And once I have the loop, I pull it through with my hands, open it up, and pull through both sections of hair. And pull it tight, and there you go. And you're just going to keep repeating that. And don't worry about the bun because nobody's going to see it. It's going to be covered up from all that curliness. So like I said, I had to go back and use regular hair ties, and I, for some reason, didn't twist that bun in the back, but it wasn't an issue. And I decided to do this style because I was going out of town to Louisiana for the weekend for spring break, and I didn't want to travel with any hair products, so I didn't need anything with this style. It was easy to maintain, and I wore this style for about 5 days, and I feel like I could wear it longer once I improve my methods and have more time to practice. Alright, so here we are. This is just one pack of hair in the back. And I realized my mistake in the back was that I tried to make the back too full, and then as I got to the front, I kind of like ran out of hair because I had 4 packs, which should have been more than enough. But I was so focused on making the back so full when that 1 pack was actually full enough, and I kind of ran out in the front to do my multiple parts. But the way my hair felt, it wasn't an issue. And then another issue I had was, as you can see, I wasn't very methodic in the placement of my crochet hair. So some of the hair from hair that was already installed was tangled, and I was just kind of feeling where it should go. I definitely know for next time I will definitely have a more strategic plan on how to put it in. But I had already gotten this far and I was not turning back. I think even with all my mistakes and errors, it came out pretty okay. And I'm going to show you here, this is how you do the invisible knot method. You do the same method as I did in the back. You're just going to take one side of the hair and pull it through, and you're going to pull it taut. And if you saw there, don't do that, y'all. That's the mistake I made. I didn't put enough hair underneath the crochet. I only put like that thin piece right there. No. And then I was crocheting on top of each other. Definite mistake. And you'll see those mistakes when I show you the takedown. But as you can see, I just kind of mixed in the red as I went along. It's kind of like random highlights and pops of color. And now I'm just trying to shape it and make sure the hair falls where I like it. And now I'm just pinning down that bun in the back. And I also noticed another mistake I made was just putting too many crochets in one area, because it felt heavy in the back of my hair and on the side. And with crochet, it doesn't have to be like super filled in one spot, because these curls are so full, it's going to cover up any space. And I'm just going through and clipping any raggedy ends and any frizz that I have. I'm just kind of trying to shape my fro. I didn't do all my shaping here. I did do some after I recorded the video. And as you see, I couldn't use my middle part because, as I said, I ran out of hair. So I just flipped my hair over, and bada boom, bada bam, da bang. This is just me pulling and stretching the hair, trying to get the shape I want. And I'm using my Lustrous for Nutrient Slick Stick to slick down my edges. I don't know why, but it always shows up super white on camera. It does not look like that in real life. But I did that since, you know, my edges were showing a little bit, just to keep them smooth and out of the way. And I actually tied it down at night so they could lay. And I'll show you all how I fix this side once we get to the maintenance part of the video. But there we are, installed, all done. I loved it. I love the full bouncy curls. Can't wait till my hair gets like this. Hey beauties, now this is day 5. Oh my gosh, my hair looks so raggedy because, like I said, there's some things I'm going to change. But this is how I maintain my style. You see that side I told y'all about? It was falling down, it was too heavy, so I just took a bobby pin and I pinned it up. And then my hair in the front was falling really weird, so I took another bobby pin and just pinned that in place where I wanted it to lay and to fall. Now this hair looks like super matted and tangled, and I think it's because the way I maintained it at night. So at night, all I would do is put on a bonnet. This is like a super huge one. I got it from my local beauty supply store, and I'm sure you can find it anywhere. Super huge, but it stayed on, no issues. I think next time I would probably pineapple it so it doesn't get too tangled and the curls don't get matted down. And I just went to sleep. And as you can see, bye-bye hair. So I'm just pulling this up so I could take out the ponytail in the back. So how I envisioned this, I thought that my hair would just come out super easy. Would just take the ponytail down and then I could just slide the crochets off of the individual strands. But I was wrong, because since my installation was a little bit sloppy, you know, it was my first time. It was a little bit sloppy. It wasn't like too much order to it. The individual crochets got tangled and the hair got tangled, so that made it very difficult, and you'll see that as the video goes on. So I had to start finding the knots and actually pulling the knots off. So if you see me tugging a lot in my hair, it's not me tugging my natural hair, that's me tugging at the weave or the crochet hair that's in my head. Now you see here I'm looking for the crochets, thinking that they would just slide out, but they didn't. This was a stressful experience for me, but I learned from my mistakes, and hopefully you all can learn from them too, and your installation and takedown will be much better than mine. So I did save the hair and I plan on using it again to show y'all my improved methods. And if you don't plan on using the hair, you can always find the knots and cut them out. But I didn't want to do that because this is a braidless crochet and I do not trust myself. I will cut my hair out and then y'all will see a sad and depressed Nikea. Here's most of my hair taken out. Back at the front, I have about 5 or 6 crochets up there, and y'all see all this tangled mess. I had to go through and kind of like detangle the crochets first before I could uninstall them. Finally done. That's all out. Thank you so much for watching, beauties. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Hope you try it and learn from my mistakes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.